Well, hello, gang. We had a crazy weekend and also a slightly depressing weekend. So, starting off with the good news, lots of Kingdom Hearts stuff at D23, including a new series. I'm excited about what that's going to be like. I have no idea. I didn't watch too much of D23 because I was busy doing a bunch of different other things. Let me pop over to the console gameplay. Wow. For anyone who has not been here in a while, there are 3 save files because I got paranoid about the potential of losing a save file. That's why they're there. Anyway, D23, holy shit, 2 trailers. And we get to beat Ernesto de la Cruz's ass. I'm so excited. I can't wait to whoop his ass. I hope we get to whoop him. I really do. Please, I beg. I am begging for the ability to whoop him. And what else? The chance and opportunity that we'll get to play Mickey and Donald and Goofy. I'm actually kind of stoked because I get to play as my homeboys, the boys that kept me alive for most of KH1. Surprisingly enough, my Donald and Goofy were really kind to me, and it was a hard time. It's a hard time without them both in KH1 and KH2 for me, actually. It sounds kind of like a shocker because the running meme in the fandom is, Donald, heal me, please. Please heal me. And then he casts thunder or fire or something like that. Basically just anything but healing you when you need it. So, I can't wait. I'm stoked. Super, super stoked for that. And the fact that we actually have a general release date of late 2027, and I'm just thinking, well, shoot, I gotta haul ass on this level 99 thing. So, we'll see, though. We'll see. Because we're coming up on a year in September. Ooh! We're coming up on a year of this next month. I've been doing this for a year. To be fair, I went down from 3 to 2 sessions, and also when I was early starting, I had multiple sessions in a week. But hey, I'm super stoked about the news. It's fantastic that we finally get something. It's like, finally, after all this time. Oh man, I cannot wait. I'm so stoked. Actually, no, I can. I can because I want it to be good. I want it to be so good. I want to have fun. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do because as of current, I don't have a PS5 and I'm kind of pissed off at Sony right now. So, I might be looking at the Steam edition this time around. It's gonna be a bit trippy not having the games on the same console, but Steam treats me better than Sony does. At least these days. So that's the current predicament for due time. It's gonna be interesting. It's very much gonna be interesting. I am super stoked. Oh my goodness gracious. And hey, by the end of the stream tomorrow, we'll have definitely proceeded on to level 54 out of 99. Which means it'll be only about 45 levels to go. And as I always say, yes, the level gaps get larger and larger with each level. I am aware of that. I know. But the point is that we're making progress. And we're off to a pretty decent start, although those Orbeez have not made it easier. Come here. Come and get me. Come here. Okay, there we go. It's always a trick to try to get me down to half health. Healths? Did I just pluralize that? I think I just pluraled that. You know what I just realized? Something's missing from this picture. It's called, I need to pull up the stream on my phone to make sure that I can properly babysit my Twitch chat. There we go! Yay! Also, I'm sure some of y'all saw, I finally uploaded the Aqua video this weekend. So, funny thing that happened while in the editing process, I discovered that I have lost chunks. I lost chunks of footage while streaming and didn't even notice because OBS didn't tell me that it had a disconnection at all. Not even once. So, yeah, I'm not sure how to proceed there. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to figure out when to catch that. And it just makes me wonder, okay, how many VODs have, like, gotten eaten by the net connection dropping some way or another? I'll find out in due time, but the Aqua video, it turned out pretty well. I already started the process of editing the second half of it, which is the 0.2, the Dark World bit. So it's gonna take the secret episode and all of 0.2. That's what I'm going to put in there. At least what survived, because my recording software decided to be a brat again. But that's a-okay. I'll live. Oh my goodness. I'm still mind blown about the whole fact that we're getting Coco in the next game. I'm so stoked. Gonna get emotional about that movie again. I only got to watch it once, which is really disappointing. I wish I could watch it more times, but my streaming services are limited. I've limited myself to what I can currently deal with paying in this economy, so... I mean, I could always find a library copy. Library copies, rarely ever let me down. I mean, shoot, that's how I got through, like, almost the first 3 seasons of Star Trek. And it's also how I watched Scott Pilgrim vs. the World for the first time, instead of just watching the clips on YouTube. Although the DVD copy at that library, it had a little bit of a skipperoo there. That was always fun. Support your local libraries. Sometimes you can rent games. Sometimes you can rent whole systems. Sometimes you can rent equipment from the library. Yeah, always check what your library has available to you. I'm super stoked about that. It's always cool to have a library that has resources. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Also, yeah, I am aware of the very depressing news of Hayden Panettiere's passing. That really sucks. That was not what I wanted to see at 11 o'clock last night. So, yeah, that really bummed me out. I'm sorry, I don't have the right articulation. I don't think anybody has the right articulation for a loss. And it's not like I personally knew her, but still, she was in parts of my life growing up in some way or another. Through either the games I played or the shows I watched. And it's even, like, more upsetting because she was so young. So that really bums me out. Hell of a week. Hell of a Kingdom Hearts week. It's a little all over the place. It's really difficult to balance out the, hey, there's great news, and then, oh, there's also not so great news. Balancing that out can always be a tricky thing. I'm sure some folks have gone through that, where they have like this big, happy, life-changing event that happens to them and stuff, and then out of nowhere, either their dog or their grandmother passes away, and you just kind of have to sit there with it, because at the same time as you feel like you should be celebrating, you feel guilty for celebrating because you also lost someone or or a pet, or, you know, it's a difficult thing to figure out. It's like, do I celebrate? Do I grieve? Do I go back and forth depending on how it's going that day? I don't know. It's kind of wild. And now that we're quite a few minutes in, just a little recap on what this stream series situation is. Hi, I'm YellowFame42. I decided to go on the crazy endeavor of getting to level 99 before I even fight Twilight Thorn. That's right, we're gonna be at level 99 beating his ass. And I did this for two reasons. One, because I saw the Gamers Joint do a version of this a few years ago and I thought, I want to try this out manually, like a fool. And the other one was, I want revenge for my very first playthrough on Crit. Which, by the way, is still not finished. And you know what? Let me just show you a little thing once it blues out. Look at the config. We're also in Crit mode, here. I started this back when I could handle critical mode a hell of a lot better. Nowadays, I default to either standard or proud mode because I don't want to stress out my bones. Unfortunately, I'm not going back and starting this all over again, hell nah. Which is also the reason why I have 3 save files set aside specifically for this. 2 of them are my backup ones for when I continue the game. And the other one is gonna be another save file for, like, a spare save file that I can back up somewhere else and then be like, hey, you want to play around with this thing? Here you go, sucka. Basically see if any speedrunners want to take a crack at this bullshit without having to go through the 200+ hour grind. And I am fully aware that this is some absolute insane bullshit. This is a level of monotony that most people would lose their marbles at. I have seen people go crazy doing the level 100 challenge for KH1 on Destiny Island. Oh boy. Oh boy. It looks like hell in some way or another. Like, they have to do sanity games, which is what I started doing after a little while, so then I'd keep my sanity because there's only so many times where you can do math equations before you start losing your sanity. Also, I've figured out that the texture on this floor is just the same repeated pattern, just in different sections shown. To keep it unique and interesting. And there's also a little bit of tact when it comes to the recoloring of each of these pillars. So that way it all looks cohesive and blends together without popping out too, like, garishly or anything like that. I once considered figuring out the ratios. I've also wondered what the dev build looks like for this game and what testing this must have looked like. I wonder what the hitbox showings look like. I do actually wonder like that. Because when you turn on the hitboxes in Minecraft, for example, they show the vector of the sight line for what the enemy is looking at, or what any entity is looking at, any being in the game is looking at. I'm like, okay, is there a version of that in this game? Is that what it looks like and it's invisible, obviously? I just wonder what it is. I also once considered trying to figure out how to trigger specific moves other than just using the reversal to force them to attack me faster. I've been here a long time. I once described this as digging a hole in dirt rather than digging in a pile of gravel, which is something I am used to the equivalent of. I am used to digging, holy crap. I'm used to digging in figurative gravel piles where you think that it's not gonna stay. Once you dig out a certain amount, there's more that piles on top. So I'm used to this. I am uniquely prepared for this kind of tomfoolery. I've talked about recipes. I've gotten obsessive over numbers. I already talked about the graphics and everything. I've looked around at the room. I've tried to find the vanishing point of the 3 towers. It's perfectly placed so that you don't see the vanishing point if there is one. I've discovered you can't walk into the loading zone from the back of the door to the Station of Serenity. I've discovered that this is either divisible by 10 or by 6, and I cannot figure out which one. Also because of the way that... Apologies, I'm gonna die for a second. Hang on. The way the subtraction works of 8s and 4s and so forth, we're never getting a properly, perfectly divisible by 8 ever again. Unless we get a 5 uneven number, some odd number shenanigans. I would love some odd number shenanigans, actually. That'd be great. Like I always say, it's always acceptable to hit a 4. At least I'm getting some XP. I don't know what to speculate on when it comes to Kingdom Hearts 4. I do know that I need to catch up on the rest of Union Cross, because I was a player of Union Cross for quite some time, so I at least knew who Ephemer was and who Strelitzia was. But I didn't get to know the full story of the next group of Union leaders. And I definitely missed out on Dark Road, because I think I was in one of those not quite in the Kingdom Hearts phase at the moments. Also, I was trying to finish up my college degree, so some things took precedence. So now I gotta catch up on Dark Road and the rest of Union Cross, so then I get the full storyline and go from there. I am so sorry, chat. Apparently today, of all days, my lungs have decided that it's time for me to have a little bit of difficulty breathing. I'll live, but I'm gonna be periodically muting to hack my lungs, speaking of which. Okay, I think I'm alive. I want to say I'm alive, but I'm probably not. Ow. Oh my god. I would love to not feel like that. I think I might have to go a little bit warmer than I could. Yep. Hang on. Okay. As per usual, apparently my lungs think they're too cold. This is why I learned to play the game with one hand, even though... Wait a minute. Oh my god, I have an idea. Hang on. Let me get these guys. Wait, I can fight at the same time as I do this. I just gotta not get too cold too fast. Pros of AC working really well. I don't die of heat stroke in the house. Cons of AC working really well. I am having a little bit of difficulty with the breathing process, unfortunately. And I'm also having a little bit of difficulty extracting a freaking cloth face mask that I want to use so then I can breathe while not having to only play the controller with one hand at a time. This is gonna take some jury rigging. Hang on. The things I do to be able to friggin' breathe. God damn. Oh my goodness. I do get the curse of fogged up glasses, but at least I am breathing in some warm air. So hopefully that mitigates some of the coughing. God damn. I could probably just drink a soda or something to really clear the runway, but I'm working with what I got, alright? I might have to do the mitigation actually with the... I love that. Mitigation is usually what you use in terms of needing to repair your home from mold or other things that cause contamination that are detrimental to your health. Meanwhile, I'm just like, yeah, I need to mitigate my poor lungs so then I can breathe. My airways decided to become a problem on purpose. And I mean fair, I get it. I get why they decided to become a problem. It's because body said, hey, I'm too cold. And I'm just like, okay. Are you gonna run the internal heater? It's like, no. I'm not gonna run the internal heater. Okay, fine. Fine. Guess I live like this. God knows how this sounds. I mean, at least it's picking up on the mic. I bet it's taking out a lot of my breathing extras. Let's get some Orbeez. Goodness gracious me. Whew. Oh my gosh. Also, it was super cool that both Haley Joel Osment and David Gallagher were at D23 to read a few Sora and Riku lines. That was so cool. It's extra funny too, because David's like fresh memory on some of his lines, so he sounds almost exactly like he did back when he first recorded them. Oh man. That was great. Also, it was really cool that Kaleo Thomas was there. He's the actor who played Zero in Holes, and he's also a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. I can't remember if it was him or if somebody made it for him, but somebody made a Holes, the movie, themed Keyblade for him at some point. Or at least they showed him it at one of the meet and greet panels. It's really cool looking. I think it's on Kaleo Thomas's, I think it's on his TikTok page. I don't know about any other pages, so... You might be able to track down somebody's re-upload on YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels or something like that. It's a little bit tricky with searching Instagram Reels. I try to avoid that place. It scares me. Every short form website has a specific flavor that I can't quite figure out how to describe. Also, I've noticed, speaking of short form content stuff, I've noticed recently that a lot of social media websites, whenever there are videos that exist on their website, if you move out of the app while it's playing, it will do the small window form. It started doing that with YouTube Shorts. It's recently started doing that with Twitter. Now it's doing it... It's not doing it with TikTok, but I do not expect TikTok to try to do the small spacing thing. I don't think it quite works for their formula. No, it doesn't work for their formula. It's a very fascinating thing to see. I don't remember if Instagram Reels does the same thing, but like I said, I barely touch that thing. I don't have an Insta for this account. I don't even know what the hell I would put on it other than like editing photos, and I should probably do a little bit more of documenting my editing process. Just to show for a fact that, yeah, I actually am doing the job of working on the videos. Related to short form content, hope y'all enjoyed the little bit from Ursula, fighting Ursula at the beginning of Dream Drop Distance. I was poking around through the Dream Drop Distance mods because I'm like, man, I need to do something with these babies because I saved them. I like keeping backups of my streams. I don't know why I'm like this. I do know why I'm like this. It's because they hold memories, and memories hold time, and therefore I hold on to time and memories and information and all that jazz. It's a complicated cascade thing that I need to be very wary of because it can lead to hoarding habits, and I don't want to do that. So I'll need to keep an eye on eventually when I have to do some curbing with the digital storage. What I could do in due time, I was gonna say when the prices of hardware storage goes down, but it's never fucking going down because the bastards in AI shit are making everything expensive. Fuck y'all. We were so close to having low cost, high storage, and then y'all just go and fucking ruin it with your stupid bullshit. Just to avoid paying people and acting like you have all the talent when you've done zero the work. Ugh. I could go on a... Okay, I was gonna say I could go on a decades-long rant about how I frickin' hate Gen AI specifically. But I don't think I could go on a decades-long rant. I would just get too tired, man. And it'd probably get repetitive. It certainly would. Goodness me. We're gonna really punch it tonight with, cause we were at like 9,000 and something just a bit ago. We're at 8,000 something. And our current track record says we're either getting 5,000 or 6,000 XP tonight. Okay, I'm just gonna take that one out. I'll deal with that. Whew. I ate my once in a while fast food allotment this week, specifically because I did not want to cook tonight. And because the particular fast food that I chose, if I eat it, and I chose it on purpose for this reason. I will not need to make another freaking meal later tonight. That's the goal. The goal is that I try not to make more and more and more food because I was hungry-ish late last night. And then I neglected my breakfast this morning, so I had the world's worst breakfast, and I didn't eat a proper meal until like noon or some shit. And that wasn't particularly fully filling, so... It was just a cascade of bad, poor health decisions. Yes, I did intentionally say bad, poor health decisions. I've given up on sentence structure and properties and so forth. Oh my gosh, I still feel like my airway is a little bit dried out and dying. There we go. Oh my goodness. I'm very interested in seeing the Mickey segments and the Donald and Goofy segments. I have a feeling that those are going to be so freaking enjoyable to me. I'm gonna be like, yay! I wonder if Steam will give me PS4 controller support, so then I can just attach my PS4 controller to my PC and play it that way through the Steam. You never know. I half doubt it, but it's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. Oh man. Slightly unrelated to Kingdom... I say slightly unrelated. It is unrelated to Kingdom Hearts. Apparently Persona 4 is getting a revival, so that's great. And to celebrate the revival, Aniplex has the Japanese dub of the animation. So I was like, well shoot, I gotta speedrun watching through that. So I have until like the 19th, and then on the 19th it's probably gonna be gone. So I'm like trying to speed through watching it on YouTube. It's a shame. I have seen like a version of it, of the English dub. I have seen a version of the English dub a while ago, and I kind of wish I had a copy a while ago, but I didn't take proper measurements because I thought it was going to be there forever, foolishly. And so now all I'm stuck with is the golden animation, which is not the same. No offense, but I did not appreciate that it just assumes that you've already seen all of the stuff. I mean, I get it, but also at the same time, god damn it. It does not make me very keen on some of the newly introduced characters. I am aware, though, that Persona 4 Golden does actually let you go through an Arcana route with a couple of characters that you didn't previously get to before, so... There are some bonus effects to remakes of games and so forth. I'm also excited for Danganronpa 2x2. I still haven't finished my own copies of the games, for the first 3 games. Except, I say the first 3, I'm excluding Ultra the Scare Girls. I get that it has a pretty interesting storyline, the gameplay is really interesting, but there are just a few things that I cannot deal with in that game. And I'm just like, you know what? Nope. Fuck all that. No, thank you. I will just get the storyline from some other Let's Player who makes the sacrifice to suffer through it. It makes it sound like I think it's a bad game, but like it's just there's some things that I'm just like, ew. And I mean, there's occasional moments in Danganronpa where I'm like, what the actual hell? And I question my sanity and question why I paid money for it, and then I'm like, okay. I'm here for the mystery solving. The weird stuff isn't as frequent. It just... I mean, it's just standard anime bullshit, but every once... I'm kind of... I've watched enough anime to be like, nah, I don't want any more anime bullshit. I just want some good stories with really pretty animation, compelling characters, interesting voice performances, whether they're in English or Japanese, depending on which dub I feel is better, and go from there. That reminds me, there's a couple of series where, like, I swear I watched it in English, but then I hear that the English dub comes out later, so I'm like, okay, when did I hear this English dub then? Was this a fan translation that I heard, or did my brain just not register Japanese as Japanese and it registered it as English or something like that? I'm not saying this as a, oh, I understand Japanese so well. I do not understand. I can count to 10, and I say the cursed version of 4 when I count to 10. So... And I know how to introduce myself and apologize in general. I know there are different versions of apologies, and I know there's different degrees. I know the honorifics are specifically for, what is it called? Respect? And, God, I'm running out of things. Point is, I'm used to hearing it, because I watched enough animes, and specifically in Japanese, because there are some series where I just cannot stand the English dub. Looking at you, Cardcaptor Sakura, I cannot fucking do it with the English dub. I just, oh my god, I can't. It kills me. It kills me on the inside and the outside. I think it's also the case with Shugo Chara, but I don't think Shugo Chara got a English dub. Now that I think about it. Or if it did, I just was like, nope, fuck all that. Because it was in the same general time period as Cardcaptor. Basically, the really early 2000s were a bit Wild West when it came to English dubs, and some of them turned out great, and then some of them just like, oh boy. God, those performances. I appreciate the people who have improved their performances over the years. Hats off to the English voice actors who improved their performances and ADR stuff over time. Because I know that is not an easy freaking task. It is not. That makes me wonder, I could probably find out from some of the clips from David Gallagher's stream, the voice actor for Riku. He's been streaming Kingdom Hearts games for a while now, and occasionally makes jokes as, like, in character as Riku and so forth. And he's actually talked about, like, how the, like, voice acting process works from time to time. I don't remember, I don't know if they, like, record the lines separately. I think they record the lines separately and it gets synced up, because I think it would be insane to try to do ADR for for cutscenes. Could you imagine doing ADR on a cutscene? God, that would be such a nightmare. I think I would cry. And they have to do a lot of adaptations for the lines to, 1, get the meaning across, while 2, matching the general lip flaps. Although I think since they have to do a little bit of adjusting when it comes to English and Japanese dub, I think they also just reprogram the flaps, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong with that. Oh my god. Oh, good lord. I was about to be like, man, I'm tired, and then I remembered that I woke up at 4 a.m. today. I woke up at 3 or 4 in the morning, and I finally gave up on sleep around 5 or 6 in the morning, took my morning vitamins, and just kind of sat there and absorbed the fact that I was going to be very freaking tired all day. And then I managed to successfully take care of my lawn. Yes, we're finally talking about the lawn. Yes, I mowed it, and it was kind of grueling. I didn't even bother putting my music on. I was just like, we ball. Also, keeping my phone away from me was helpful in ensuring that I just locked in on getting the mowing done as fast as possible. So then I could get cleaned up and not disgusting and gross and sweaty all over and stuff from being out in the sun. Because it's brutal. It's pretty freaking brutal. Good golly. That reminds me, I also never played Melody of Memory. Huh. I've only ever played the demo, and I was, like, not as interested in the demo. It's like, okay, rhythm game. As you may have seen if you saw the Symphony of Sorcery segment in Dream Drop Distance, your girl is really bad with rhythm games when it comes to hand-eye coordination. Foot-eye coordination, I can go. I can rock and roll with the foot-eye coordination when it comes to rhythm games, but you try to get me to press the right buttons, I'm gonna tell ya, I'm going to mix up the square and circle every stinking time. I'm going to forget where every single button is. It does not matter. Sorry, chat. I gotta crack my back. It's a little stiff. I think I slept wrong or something. Oh man, I better sleep good tonight or I'm gonna be pissed. Cause if it's 2 bad sleep nights in a row, I'm gonna lose it. But on the bright side, I'll get to level 54. Either way, I'm getting to level 54. I am not stopping. There is nothing stopping me. Oh my god. Yawning so hard I turned a complete 90 degrees. It's been a long time since I started a Kingdom Hearts game. Well, specifically Kingdom Hearts 1. Because I'm like, wait a damn second, I literally started Dream Drop Distance a few weeks ago. There was no freaking way it just, good lord. I'm gonna comb through more of the Dream Drop Distance VODs later. There's especially one little bit from Symphony of Sorcery that cracked me the hell up just because of my just being so freaking exhausted when it comes to young Xehanort that I'm just like, oh my gosh, go away. I didn't use those exact words. Y'all will know right away. It'll be great. Trust me. So long as I put effort into it. Anytime I put effort into a short, it turns out well. Also, I actually quite like editing them. At first I was like, oh, it's just a cheap thing, and then the more I thought about it, I'm like, no, it's actually making me really consider about what I need to keep and what I can't keep. Like, okay, how do I get the joke across as fast as possible? Or how do I get the storyline across as quickly and as efficiently as possible? Okay, here we go. Add captions so then you don't have to use the little caption option on your screens. Because the shorts captions are kind of garbage. Gotta make sure the captions are placed correctly. Gotta fist fight my video editing software because it crashed for the 3rd time from putting in new lines of text. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and watch some tutorials of DaVinci Resolve. It's getting bad. I had to do the run through the editor twice with the Aqua video, the most recent Aqua video. I had to run it through the editor twice. I'm like, god damn it, not again. I'm very interested to see how the next one will turn out because I was kind of like, okay, how is this gonna turn out? Where is the storyline going here? Because I have vague memories of it. And I'm like, you'll figure it out, honey. You'll figure it out. And I need to remind myself that I'm still on the first pass through, the first of the VODs, so a lot can change on the first, just from the first pass through alone. But I can tell you this: a small chunk of the Forest of Thorns is missing because OBS said "fuck you" in no uncertain terms. So I'm just like, great, thanks OBS. I also just ran an update and it immediately is like, hey, would you like to run this baby in safe mode? And I'm like, god dang it. Although to be fair, I think I just crashed it when I tried to run the update, so maybe it's just that, and the next time I start it, it won't do that again. Because it did run for a few weeks where it's just like, hey, would you like to run this in safe mode? And I'm like, no. No, I got work to do. It's called, I'm gonna go swinging with the level grinding, and yeah, it's gonna be great. Whee! I decided to do a little bit of laundry just the other day with my Kingdom Hearts related scrunchie because I didn't want it smelling sweaty and gross and being in my hair. So now I have a different Kingdom Hearts scrunchie. I have a little heartless one. So it's got a little shadow heartless attached to it. It's a little tricky trying to get the orientation just right when putting it on. But when I do get it right, it's really cute. I'm just like, hee. It's a little shadow. That reminds me of a few years ago. It was one of my first, like, times at a very big convention. I did see someone dressed as a Shadow Heartless, and we pointed at each other. I pointed at Keyblade, and then we're like, "Hey," and then we do an awkward hug, and then we just moved on our ways. It was extra funny because I was dressed as a Danganronpa character. But I was just having a grand old time. That was such an adventurous time at the convention. Oh my god, that was fun actually. Holy shit. It was fun. It was also a chaotic mess, but I liked it a lot. My nerves are fried just even thinking about going to another convention again. I don't know why I have this problem. I'm just like, I think it's just the, you know, actually, no, this is a normal fear that a lot of people have, a fear of being rejected and unliked, and it's like, nobody's gonna give a shit. This is the nerdiest damn place on the planet. Or one of the nerdiest damn places, depending on which conventions you go to, obviously. But, like, everybody's gonna be chill. The only people who think you are cringe are the people who are way too insecure about their own interests and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I am one of those people who is insecure about my interests, but I try to let people be happy because I'm like, yeah, that's what I want for myself, and, well, if I can't let myself have it, let everybody else have it at least. That sounds so pathetic, but you gotta understand. It's a tricky time, alright? And I'm pretty sure some folks have felt this, or some folks haven't felt this. If you haven't felt this, thank God. Be happy. Well, you don't have to thank God. You can thank whatever deity you believe in, or the universe, or whichever it is. Whether you believe in a higher power or not, or thank your parents for giving you good self-esteem building blocks. Yeah. Oh my god. At least I'm not dying like before. Oh my goodness. Whew. Oh, okay, hang on, wait a minute. I just remembered that one of the trailers, I heard a very specific voice, and I'm like, god damn it, it's Brig again. I know that voice anywhere. I mean, if I spoil it, I spoil it, but I just heard Brig's voice again. I'm like, this douchebag again. And it's extra special to me because I literally just got through editing a video where I have to fight him and Aqua has no freaking context. She's just like, who is this guy? She literally asks, who are you? And instead of answering, the man just does that weird growl thing and just stares, and it just goes on a monologue, and I'm just like, don't just not answer. Don't be more sketchy than you already are. Please don't do that. I really appreciate if you wouldn't do that, but no. He's just gotta be a weird etch-a-sketch boy. God dang it. Ay, ay, ay. Good grief. So yeah, something tells me that Brig is going to continue to cause problems on purpose, and I'm going to continue to want to beat his ass. He's going to become my new nemesis. Sykes and I have somewhat smoothed things over. I say somewhat because I still have beef with him from KH2. We still have beef. When it comes to KH2, we have beef. Brig and I, we have more beef just because we have a little bit of extra history across multiple games. And, This isn't like a bad thing, but he annoys me. This is a good thing that he annoys me, and I want to beat his ass, because that means he is a compelling antagonist who I want to fight. If the antagonist makes me want to whoop them, then the writing is done well. If I want to throw hands immediately, then we're good. Like, for example, when KH3 was coming out, I was telling my friends, I was like, man, I cannot believe that I'm saying this, but I cannot wait to beat up an old man. Specifically Xehanort. Oh god, that was so freaking funny. I should get to level 100 in my original Kingdom Hearts file. And then go beat up Ansem again if I can. And then do a compare and contrast between my first time beating Ansem and then my final time beating Ansem. I think that'd be a very interesting comparison. I'll need to look at how I did the KH3 video, because the KH3 video, I freaking loved how I set that one up. I did not like how I set up the original Ansem analysis one. I don't think I liked it. Not one bit, to be honest with y'all. It just didn't flow correctly. I think if I did the back and forth between each segment of the fight, and then my analysis of each section, I think that would have been a much better process. I don't know why I didn't do that. I think I was just testing out the waters with how I wanted to format things. And then I regretted it. I want to say part of me is like, maybe I could just skip the entire... God damn it. OBS, if you dropped anything, I'm whooping you. I'm keeping an eye on the time traveled screen. Okay, the time traveled screen looks fine, but I'm still suspicious. No, thank you. Oh, he despawned. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. Okay, thank you. Not me calling the Dusk over like it's a puppy or something like that. Like, come here, buddy. Come here. Although, I personally would not want to fight a dog because I like dogs. I also like cats. I actually like most animals. Some animals in particular just scare me. They, like, okay, for example, snakes. I get uncomfortable around snakes. I know that a lot of the pet ones are docile, but they scare me a little bit. But if you happen to have a pet snake and I come across you with your pet snake, I'm going to be as normal as I possibly can. As for the spiders, I'm not going to come near you. If you have a tarantula in your hands, I'm staying like 20 feet away from you and being like, don't come near me with that thing. I get that you love your baby, but unfortunately, my brain has a visceral reaction to your precious little tarantula, and unfortunately, the visceral reaction says crave violence when it moves certain ways. And I don't want to hurt your precious baby. Although, to be fair, I've gotten a little bit calmer about spiders these days. Nowadays, I just blow on them to make them go away. Unless they're in spaces that I don't want them, like ceiling, bathroom, ceiling on my bedroom, bathroom, on my bed. There was one time there was a spider that decided to just spawn in and crawl across my freaking phone screen, which means it touched my hand. Yeah, that motherfucker did not survive the night. That little bastard got annihilated immediately because bastard ruined my sleep scrolling. Ugh. I still fluff the daylights out of my bed a little bit every night just to make sure that I don't have a random spider trying to get cozy with me at night, because I'm like, hell nah. Hell nah. No thank you. They make my body do the thing. Especially with the way their legs move, they do this thing. They do this thing, and I don't like it, man. I don't like it. I love how I went from, yeah, I absolutely love pets, but please keep certain pets away from me because I'm scared of them. It's honestly a perfect line. Who am I kidding? And it's all because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm talking to a dusk like it's a puppy. That's where it all started. Okay, I think I can breathe properly now, so I'm going to extract my face from the thing. Oh shit. Okay. There we go. I got my breathing abilities back. So now I can function without the mask on my face. Oh my gosh, that was so freaking ridiculous. The thing is the mask, you know, they hook onto your ears, and unfortunately I have a headset on, which means I am fighting for my life, trying to detach the mask from my ears while not ripping off the head. It just did not work, because it also caught on my glasses, because I'm blind as hell. Like, if I don't have those special high contrast lenses, my glasses would be the bottom of Coke bottles thick. Big old Coke bottle glasses. Let me tell you, I don't think anyone would like that much material right next to your eyeball. I wonder if we'll get even close to level 99 by the time KH4 comes out. I'm projecting right now, I'll be like at level 89 by the time KH4 comes out. Although, let's do a mental math calculation. I started late September at level 19. I'm about to be at level 54. And it's almost been a year. That's about no, it's less than 40 levels. My brain's doing the thing again. Okay, here, subtract 10 from 54. We're counting 54 right now, okay? Because we're like literally 2 sessions away from it. Technically 1.5, depending on how this session goes. Alright, let's see. So subtract 10, 4. So 44. And then 10 remaining. Oh my god, I could have just subtracted 20 and that would have been faster. Okay, subtract 20 from 54. That'd be 34. I went through like 34 levels or so. Well, technically 33. I've gone through about 33 levels within a year. Almost a year, actually. 33 levels.
So, yeah. 34, add on to 54. If I add 34 onto 54, 88? Oh my god, I did like rough mathematics and actually got close to my initial prediction of 89. Because I was like, oh, maybe I'll be at level 89 in my head. I don't remember if I said it out loud, I'm sorry. But yeah, no, if I manage to continue at the same rate that I've been going, I will be at level 88 by next September. I don't know if I like that. I'm floating an idea right now, but I have to decide on whether or not I'm willing to commit to the idea, because once I commit to the idea, I have to keep following through with it on a regular basis. Basically, it's adding another stream day on a weekend. And it'd be another one of these sessions. Because I'd like to get to level 99 just a wee bit faster, just a wee bit.
I want to pull this off, damn it. I could have been at this a long time ago, but no. To be fair, I was kind of focused on staying alive, making sure I got to work on time, and then as soon as I finished my work day, I would crash on the couch and do next to nothing for the next 4 or 5 hours before bed, before starting my day over again. That is what my life was like. So, yeah. And I can tell that today is not a high stamina day, unfortunately. Oh, I can feel it. Hang on. I forgot I had to keep the blanket over my shoulders again. Maybe I'll make some tea. Tea sounds nice, but I'm kind of not in the mood to make it. I better sleep well tonight, or I'm gonna have a meeting with my brain management, and we're gonna have a little bit of a talk and fire a couple of folks in the brain. Because this is getting a little ridiculous. Oh, man. Oh boy. I think I am gonna sleep good tonight because I can... I can feel the EPs swinging. I'm feeling like Sora is in every single game where I'm starting the game off asleep. It's nap time apparently for me. It's always nap time. I wonder if I can make a proper YouTube banner that can show the schedule for streams in the right spot. Because that would be mighty handy. Because it'd be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 6:30/9:30 PST/EST, I guess EDT since it's daylight. Frickin' daylight savings time, man. I can't wait to gain an hour back. I was at a thing, I was at a convention during daylight savings activating, and let me tell you, that was a rough night. I'm pretty sure that I passed through daylight savings while in the middle of watching Forensic Files in the hotel room. I'm not joking. And let me tell you, watching Forensic Files on television is so ass because the intro is short. You're interrupted constantly by ads, and the ads are very, very focused toward, they know they're like, the audience is older people, older folks. So you get a lot of medicine related ads. This is very US stuff though. I'm pretty sure I've heard that there's not very there's like most other countries don't have pharmaceutical ads. And to that I say I am so fucking jealous. God, I would love to not have stupid ads about medication. I mean, I get it, it's a great way to get the word out for medication types that may or may not work for you, but also it'd be nice if the healthcare system was functional, but unfortunately it's not unless you have a shitload of money. And don't have to be beholden to fuck-ass insurance companies run by people who have no idea what you're actually dealing with. They just are like, deny, 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 deny. We don't want to pay for anything, but we want you to pay us. Get fucked. For anyone confused, yes, that is me saying that to the insurance companies, and also insurance companies saying that to every single one of their customers, because unfortunately they suck. Insurance is ass in this country. You're lucky if you get a good policy. I still don't understand deductibles. I don't think I ever understood them. It's like, okay, is this the minimum before they actually start paying for things? Like the minimum amount of healthcare that you just have to pay for? Funny thing, a little while back, I was looking at the numbers for the blood test thing for a blood panel that I had to do to double check that there wasn't some sort of weird whack-ass underlying condition to me being tired all the time. There isn't. But I was looking at it, there's 3 different versions. One is the insurance. Insurance was more expensive than both, it was more expensive than the Medicaid, and then the Medicaid was more expensive than just paying out of pocket. And I'm like, well, hell yeah, I'm gonna pay out of pocket. It's way cheaper that way. That was a grand old time. It was also extra funny because I did have to come back later to pay another part of the bill because we accidentally missed something and we're like, oh shit. And I'm like, okay, let me take care of that straight away. We got that taken care of, and yeah. And then we kept copies of the receipt, so then it's like, okay, yes, the payment did in fact go through. We're good. Huzzah. I still internally crack up about that appointment because I cannot remember for the life of me if I forgot to warn the phlebotomist about the fainting situation. I warned them about the fact that since I hadn't eaten, there was a high chance of me being a cranky pants, but I apologize in advance and the off chance that I'm a cranky pants because I didn't want to be mean, and if I was mean, it was literally just, I need food. I don't think I remembered to warn them about the fainting thing. But, I mean, we figured it out, and if I get my blood drawn again, I'll just be like, hey, I need to lay down, otherwise we're gonna have a fun time, and I'm gonna take a nappy time for like 5 minutes on the chair. That was a fun time. I'm glad I brought a candy bar and a juice box to my appointment. I downed
I ate both of those so fast. It was a hell of a time. Oh god, that was a hell of a hiccup, speaking of. Oh man. I saw some other stuff about D23. Lots of cosplayers of different Disney films and stuff like that, and I'm like, wow, that's cool. A bunch of Walt Disney cosplayers, it's so freaking funny. There's like one particular guy that looks a lot similar to Walt. I think he shows up to the parks time to time and the cast members know who he is. Ouch. Nice. What else happened there? I think there was a mashup of a bunch of the songs that Lin-Manuel Miranda composed or wrote at D23 Expo. That was pretty cool. Glenn Close briefly showed up as Cruella, which is extra cool. If you don't know, Glenn Close was the live-action version of Cruella de Vil, and she did a fantastic job. And I think I don't know if this is true, but I heard that in her clause of acting, she gets to keep the costumes for the characters she plays, which is awesome because Cruella had some hella good fits, honestly. They didn't make her a fashion designer for nothing, so they made sure that she looked competent at her job. There's just that slight problem of the Dalmatian coat thing. That's real messed up. Oh my god. But it was really cool to see her. Girl did not age, at least as far as I could tell. Like at first glance, I'm like, girl hasn't aged in ages. That's awesome. Legend, absolute legend. I also saw a couple of videos of the at least the singing voice actresses for the Disney princesses doing their songs also. And it was really cool because you also got to see the live action and the animated voice actors singing together. Like, for example, I don't... It's not Halle Berry, is it? For Ariel, I cannot remember. I didn't end up watching it because I'm kind of over the Disney live action, but I'm like, this is so sweet to see Jodie Benson and Ariel's live action counterpart singing together. I'm just like, ah. You know, little classic heart doing a melty melt. That was pretty cool. Good heavens. We've got the yawns. no idea what to expect for KH4. I mean, I've seen stuff, but I have no theories. It's all... I know the whole point, at least, is save Sora. Get him back with the people that he's grown up with and that he cares about and has known all his life. He's gonna have a torn moment, I'm sure of it. He's gonna be super torn when it comes to... I bet he's gonna be super torn when it comes to Strelitzia and Sigurd. Because he's gonna be so used to being with them. And then he's gonna reunite with Donald and Goofy at some point during the game. And then he's gonna have a moment where he's just like, well shoot, do I stay here? Do I go back? What do I do? And either A, he's gonna merge everything, or B, he's gonna make his choice. I don't know which. I don't know which. So much is yet to come. Also, spoilers for Union Cross, I really freaking hope that Laurium gets to reunite with his sister again and gets to see her again. I would absolutely love that. Give my boy some much needed closure in some capacity. Marluxia, as much of a bastard as he is in game, he is still a special place in my heart because I was gonna say unfortunately, but he is part of the reason why I got interested in these games. I was just like, ooh, pretty lady with pink hair, awesome, and then I heard the deep voice, I'm like, oh, okay, I can work with that. Gonna crash my stream again because of that. Same spot too. This is the exact same spot where I made jokes about Marluxia being hot and crashing the stream. Oh hey, we're now below 6,000. Hell yeah, let's go. Oh man. I was gonna say, oh, maybe I'll write a little bit later tonight. I'm like, girly pop, you need to go to bed after... You go to bed early. Like, 3 hours early. Please sleep. I desperately need the sleep. Holy crap. And it's even worse, because, like, my brain tried to wake me up. It tried to shock me awake. And I'm like, I am still in the middle of something here. Also, for some reason, there was a lot of spaghetti involved in the dream in the kitchen. There was just a shit ton of spaghetti in the kitchen, and I didn't know where to put it. But that was besides the point. The point of the actual dream was, like, for some reason, I was arguing with someone that I knew well, and we were trying to work through some stuff. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting to have that argument in the dream. I'm just like, oh, okay. I'll unpack that when I'm a little bit more brain functional. Because let me tell you, your girl is not brain functional right now. Your girl is, having a doozy of a day. I did doze off at least a little bit, just a wee bit though, not enough to sustainably help. Oh, into the wall I go. Okay. Nice. But if I get like 4,000 XP remaining by the end of the night, I will be absolutely happy. Oh yeah, we're totally getting that. It's probably gonna be down to like 3,000-ish or something like that. I say ish because it'll probably be on the high end of 3,000. Just based on time and my usual pace records and so forth. Thanks. These desks have been so helpful for me. Very helpful indeed. My goodness gracious. Nice. Come on, bring it on. Wee! Wahoo! Waha! Whoop! Dozing off again. Oh my god. Understandable though. Very understandable indeed. Whee! You know what's funny is part of my brain is gonna be like, hey, can I write? And the other part of my brain's like, sure. And then like 2 hours later, I'm gonna be like, what am I doing here? And then immediately crash. That's what I'll probably do. Nah, I'm probably gonna try to conk out as soon as I possibly can. I would love to conk out as soon as the stream's over and stuff. Once I've done my closing time things. I do apologize for talking about that way too freaking early. I'm just a very tired lady. I'm a very tired lady. I've taken it upon myself to stop calling myself girl. I am not a child. I am an adult woman. An adult woman playing Kingdom Hearts and going on a never-ending seeming quest to get to level 99. All for the sake of revenge and curiosity. What a hell of a combo. Funny enough, the curiosity has long since been the overriding factor. And a nonsensical level of determination to see this through to the end as well. I know that's a 4. I fully accepted that 4 right when I looked at it. I'm like, that's a 4 right there. Perfect. Another potion that I don't actually keep. Because if I use one potion, then bam. Also right now, this is the current state of my shortcuts. That is the current state of shortcuts. And it's not 15 potions, by the way. It's literally just 3. It's just whichever button I push, it'll automatically deploy a potion. And it's going to be like that for like a very long time. Until I get some other spells. I am definitely making sure I get Magnet, though. Oh my god, I freaking love Magnet. I love that ability. It's so nice. It's great for crowd control. It's my absolute beloved. Nice. Funniest thing, every once in a while I put on a CD just to listen to some music and chill. Because sometimes listening to music through my phone just sucks. And I just need to stick a CD in my CD player and play music out loud and it just sounds better. I only got through like 4 songs just the other day before I ended up having to pause it. Because there was some other shit that I needed to do. I'm just like, damn it! It wasn't Heather's, I moved it out. I think I'm listening to a Within Temptation album again. It was The Silent Force. Funny enough, not the first album I got. The first one was The Heart of Everything. My mom was kind enough to try to track it down, but I didn't know what the album was called, so she ended up just finding another album by the same artist. Which was really awesome. I have no idea where that disc was, but the thing is that one is actually mine, because it was gotten specifically for me! So I don't know where it is, unfortunately. It's probably buried off somewhere or got pilfered by one of my siblings, again. I'll probably find it in some random dark corner, and then I will return it to its rightful place among my small, growing CD collection. Whee! I think that said 53, 54. Nice. we go. Yay! What was that?
Hang on, chat. Your girl just thought she saw a glitch. Oh, no. No, it was just a dusk flying at my screen. Okay, we're good.
That's hilarious. I just saw it out of my periffs on the YouTube side. I'm like, the fudge? It still cracks me up that I think we actually did get to level 54 a little bit faster. We're not even there yet. We're not even getting there until tomorrow. But the fact that we got there a little bit faster just because of a few sessions of me just like booking it and really putting the pedal to the metal when it comes to XP grind. That's beautiful to me. Alright, let's make it 5290 with these fellas. Come on. Yeah, let's go. Okay, now I do have to take some damage, otherwise I'm not gonna get the numbers that I want. Come here. So it'll be what 5250? Yeah, that sounds about right. Nice. I should sit up. I haven't sat up in a while. I decided to lean back in my seat, which was very nice and comfy, and I half dozed off a bit, which is probably going to either help or hinder my ability to sleep tonight. I'll figure it out later. But I really ought to sit up. It'll be good for me. Wow. Yeah, next stream is gonna be like we start the stream, we get halfway through the stream. Halfway through the stream is when we get to level 54. And yeah. And then we press onward and start the whole cycle of a new level all over again. Once I break the overlay briefly. Yay! Whee! Ooh, I need water. Bad.
I could sense that it was about to get a little dicey. And also I just realized I needed a light. I needed more light, so more light it is. Goodness sakes, we are trucking. Hey, at least I took care of the high took advantage of the high stamina last week. I think that was a good call on my part. Whew, boy. Unfortunately, that does not save me from feeling the 4AMs. The 4AMs are vicious. And it's starting to impede on my speech. Unfortunately. So it looks like, speaking in third person, Yellowfang 42 is a little hard on the EP side, but that's okay. I can work with this. Maybe. I can do that. Ooh. Maybe I can. How long have I been up? Oh god. Oh god, I've been up for over 16 hours. Again! Me and 16 hours. Okay, well, at least now I know that my ideal job is not 10 to 12 hour shifts. It is, 8-ish max. Technically 9 because they don't ever pay you for lunch. Alright, let's hit below 5K. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna put down my controller and put some things in the laundry basket. They're pissing me off. Oh shit. Yay! Below 5,000. Alright, laundry basket imminent. Let's go. You know what I should do is, if I still feel like this tomorrow, I'm titling it, we get to level 54 and then we nap. And then I just nap for the rest of the stream. I'm just kidding, I would never do that. If I end up having a nap, I'm just gonna call it. That's what I do. That's the logical course of action. The logical course of action is to not just leave the thing running. It's a bad idea. Oh my god, I am... Oof. Oh, holy shit, I'm feeling 16 hours. Maybe it's 17 hours. Either way, I should not... Ooh. Oh god. Oh my god. You know what's funny is, I bet the second I'm done with the stream, I'm gonna be like, wee. Maybe not, actually. Maybe not. Whew. I feel like the train Casey Jr. going up that damn hill at the beginning of the animated version of Dumbo. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. But it's like it starts out really slow. And then once it gets close and closer to the top, it's like, I know I can, I know I can. And then as it's going down the hill, it like does the horn like, woohoo! That's the one thing I remember from that movie. That and Dumbo getting separated from his mom because she flipped out on people for being mean to her baby. And that being depressing. It'll be nice to play a game where I have no idea what's going on again. When KH4 comes out. I think that's kind of could also be the case with Melody and Memory, but with that one it's a little bit tricky. I want to see if there's a physical copy of it. If not, I'll just stick with the cutscenes, cause your girl doesn't want to do rhythm game button pushing, although it'd probably be nicer on me. Well, and I can learn where the buttons are. I can learn where the buttons are. Oh my god, I'm trashed. This is why I always say that sleep deprivation is just as bad as drinking, and why I don't recommend either. I don't recommend the drinking because it fucks with your liver. And I don't recommend the lack of sleep because it screws up everything else. So either way, just don't. Just don't. There's only two, dear. There's only two. Oh. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, chat. I thought I was gonna be all chipper, or at least somewhat chipper, with the Kingdom Hearts stuff, but unfortunately, sleep, lack of, came back, bit me. Just bit me, straight up. La 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 la. 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 Come on. There we go. No, don't eat that. I think I made a poor diet decision today. Yeah, I made a poor diet decision today. Whoopsie daisy. On the bright side, I'll survive. I'm thinking. I do know one thing, we're getting to level 50. Oh my god. Oh. Sorry, chat. Holy shit. I'm hanging in there, but unfortunately, let's try. Let's try. Come on. Whew. I just don't think y'all want to hear me slowly dozing off and turning into a melted popsicle for the next 13.5 minutes. Or is it 12.5 by now? Let's do this, come on. Let's get below 4,500, shall we? Let's do that, okay? It's gonna be a little bit on the short end today, but it's good. We made a lot of progress. We're doing really good, okay, chat? I can feel like a lot of physical strain. That's why I'm like, okay. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll just... Oh. I think this is where I advocate well, this is where I advocate good sleep schedule. I used to be able to handle this, but yeah, I'm gonna be crossing into the 3rd decade soon enough, and that threshold says I need sleep. Honestly, I wish I got more sleep as a teenager. Holy shit. My sanity might have been saved if I had more sleep. Unfortunately, my dumbass did not go to bed before 11 o'clock, and I had to wake up at 5:15 in the morning to make it for carpooling and stuff. And then once I started driving, I could wake up a little bit later, but I still woke up at 5:15 because I had shit to do, and yeah. I had long-ass days in high school, and I'm so glad that I'm not doing that anymore. Come on! Maker-inate! You knocked me into the Orbeez, Dusk, friend. Thank you. Alright, there we go. There we go. We're below 4,500. Okay, holy shit. I want to... This is the part where I make a joke about a very brief episode of That's So Raven where Corey is trying to make a band. And there's this one girl he's like got goo-goo eyes for. And so it makes him completely blind to the fact that her singing is terrible. And I still hear that. We got 3 save files to save in. Hell yeah. Alrighty. Before I completely lose my guts, yeah. That is gonna do it for the stream. I hope you enjoyed this chaotic mess. If you want to continue following this journey when I am in better health and spirits, you can hit the follow button on Twitch, the subscribe button on YouTube, and hit the bell for notifications. You can also follow me on Twitter. Don't fuck up my outro, OBS, you little shit. Anyway, you can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Blue Sky, Owlet, Yellowfang42. Hopefully I post more often about when I'm editing videos. Anyway, here's your end stream screen card. I hope you have a better morning, afternoon, evening, and night than I've currently had. You have a good one. I'll see you on Tuesday, and we'll get to level 54. Bye.